good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. It is plant care day and most of my plants are doing amazingly this week, which I am so grateful for. Last week I don't know what was going on, but it was not a good week for the plants, but this one it is. I need to change the water in the tomatoes AeroGarden, and it definitely looks like there's no more root rot with how healthy the tomato is. So many tomatoes on the hydroponic tomato plant. The other one that's in soil that was struggling last week, it's a little bit better, but it's still not looking great. So it's slightly improved, I guess. I'll show you it here in a second. The only thing that I won't be updating you on is the petunias because unfortunately, yeah, they did not make it. I'm really upset by that, but it is what it is. It happens, and those plants are propagations from the original plant that was 2 years old, so those ones were a year old as a propagation, so it's really not surprising. I'm mostly saying that for myself to make it like more, I don't know the right word, acceptable, but that's not the right word, but you hopefully know what I'm meaning. But yeah, I'm still very upset by that, but unfortunately it is a plant and it does happen. The tomatoes garden just turned on. The water pump wasn't working for a while. That's why the hydroponic tomatoes weren't doing well a few months ago, but now it's working. I don't know what happened, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say good morning right now, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I will see you in a little bit when I get started taking care of the plants. I haven't changed these guys' water yet, but I'm about to. I just wanted to show you them before. This is the little basil back here, one of the little basils back here. They're doing amazingly. I mean, look at all those new little leaves. And then we have the other little basil over here, which is still super tiny, but has really good color, which I am so happy for. This little tomato plant back here has a flower on it. I'm probably gonna trim that off because it's still too tiny and I don't want it making tomatoes yet. This little one is the one that had the root rot last week, so I need to remove the dried leaf and see how they're doing. I might put this one in soil because it just doesn't seem to be liking water. I'm not sure though. If it still has root rot, I will put it in soil, but if it has new healthy roots, I'll leave it in here. And then this is the biggest tomato plant currently. It is so healthy. I mean, like, look at it. It's such a good color and it has lots and lots of little tomatoes on there. Hopefully you can see them. I know it's not in focus, but hopefully you can see them. Yeah, there's quite a few little tomatoes. And there's more under here, my goodness. I don't know. Can you see them in there? I did not realize there were that many tomatoes, but yeah, oh wow, they smell amazing too. So yeah, we have one super healthy tomato plant, which is absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy about that. And then these are the bell peppers. I believe this one's the sriracha, and this one is the orange bell pepper. Again, I might be mistaken. They could have gotten mixed up when I was planting the seeds, but I think that's which one is which. They still pretty much look the same as they did a couple of days ago when I showed you, but that's amazing in itself because they are sprouting from seeds, and me with seeds aren't usually a good combination, but yeah, they're actually doing amazing. And these are the little tomato plants that I put into soil last week. They are super healthy. As you can see, their little guys are still holding on to them, and yeah, they are super healthy as well. I'm planning on bringing these tomatoes outside into the garden next year, well, this year, next gardening season. If you don't like seeing plant roots, I'm going to show them right now, so look away real quick. I'll let you know when you can look again when I'm not showing them. But these are the colorful leaves. You can't really see too many, but those are all plant roots in there, and yeah, they have definitely rooted in water, which I am amazed by, and so quickly too. I mean, like, they rooted the next day. I'm thinking about putting them over underneath the plant light where the petunias were, but I'm not sure. Actually, I should probably keep them over here because it would probably be warmer in this place than over there, so yeah, I think they're gonna stay here actually. I just answered my own question. And then these are the little colorful leaves that are in soil. They, oh, you can look again, by the way. Sorry, I'm not showing the plant roots anymore, but you're safe. These guys don't have any visible roots yet, but you can tell that some of them are rooted. Some of them have not because they're super wilted, but they're doing better than they were before. So I'm just gonna clean these guys up a little bit, but I don't really think that much care needs to be done because yeah, they're actually like They're rooting super easily, which is amazing. And then this is the tomato plant that's in the soil that last week I am trying to propagate. I think this one that's directly in the center and the other one closest to the center I'm trying to propagate, and then the other plant is just, yeah, it's doing better than it was last week, amazingly enough, but still not great. And these little guys are my propagated ficus trees, which are doing amazingly. This is the one from the top of the tree and has, I don't know if you can see, hang on. Those are plant roots on the bottom there. And then this one is the one that was from the center of the tree that I didn't think was going to make it, or even root really, but it did as well. It doesn't have that many visible roots yet, but these guys just need a little bit of water, otherwise they're doing amazingly. I'm keeping them over here too because they seem happy and they're still rooting, but I am planning on moving them into the window sooner rather than later. And then over here, it's very sad. This is where the petunias were. They're not anymore, obviously, because they did not, they were not able to recover, unfortunately, so their season is officially over. I'll probably get petunias again in the future, but I don't know, honestly, because yeah, it wouldn't be the same. But anyway, moving along, this is the zinnia, and they are doing super good and are super healthy. There's a really big flower bud on this little one, which I am so grateful for. And there's also, I don't know if you can see, a teeny tiny little leaf starting right there, so it's gonna branch out a little bit starting at the bottom and not be so leggy, which I am excited about. But the zinnias are doing great. I'm also planning on bringing these guys outside in the spring. And then my little money tree propagation also isn't super healthy, and I don't know why. I think it's just winter, so they're just kind of, you know, struggling a little bit, but it looks like it's getting better, so that's good. It does have a new leaf starting right here, so that, yeah, that makes me very happy. So this little guy's recovering this week too, so yay. These guys don't need anything, but these guys need quite a bit of water. They look like they're completely dry. The last plant that I wanted to show you today is Mallory. She is also doing amazingly. I need to give her quite a bit of water. She's really light. But she opened up her new leaf the other day. About 3 days ago is when it fully opened, so that's why it's lighter than the other ones. It hasn't gotten dark yet because it's a new baby little leaf. She has another one starting too immediately, which is really cool. But yeah, Mallory is also doing well, and I wanted to show you her. But yeah, now I'm finally going to fully get started taking care of my plants. Not too much needs to be done today, just watering and changing the water in the garden over there, but it shouldn't take too terribly long. And as always, if there's a lot of change after I am done taking care of them, I'll show you them then. I did forget to show you this little guy almost. I can't believe it. This is my orb plant, I think is what she is. Her name is Flores, but she was in the bathroom underneath that plant light with everybody else, and she has, like, I don't know what that is on the sides of her leaves. It's some sort of damage. I couldn't figure out if she was getting too much water, not enough water, or what was going on. I honestly think she was getting too much light. She loves it over here. She even has a new leaf starting to open, and she didn't even have that growing before I moved her here. So she's been here for, what, a week? Maybe 2 weeks almost? I'm not sure. But yeah, she definitely loves it right here, which is really exciting, and I wanted to tell you because I have not given you an update. I mean, you see her in the background, but I haven't actually told you how she's doing in a while. And I did not end up needing to do much to any of the plants. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna start crocheting now, but I did not need to trim any of the plants or anything, so everybody looks exactly the same as they did earlier when I showed you them. Their roots are super healthy though. I am so excited by that. The ones in the water, there are no more root rot finally. I think it's because the water pump is working. So yeah, that was definitely the issue, which is super weird, and I don't know what made it start working again, but I am definitely grateful for it. And I hope that it lasts for a while more because I love having the hydroponic plants. They're super easy to care for and they grow really fast, like versus in soil. I think the hydroponic plants definitely They grow a lot faster and they grow a lot more tomatoes, which is interesting. I think the ones in the ground, like in the earth outside in the summer, grew more than hydroponic indoors, but obviously, I mean, it kind of makes sense, so that's not really a surprise. But indoors, soil versus water, I think the ones in water grow faster. Point is, I'm glad that they can still be in there because the water pump is working again. And also, I just found my pumpkin seeds from last year. I was trying to grow a blue pumpkin, but I put it into the ground too late in the season. I found those seeds and I'm really excited to plant those. I know it's like the coldest month of the year, so I should not be thinking about the garden, but I am because it is, you know, gonna be here sooner than you think. But yeah, anyway, all my plants are doing really well today, which is really exciting. Last week was rough. We lost a few plants. I also no longer have, which I haven't shown you in a while, but my little cactus who was 9 years old. His name is Mr. Prickle Pants, after I believe it's a hedgehog from Toy Story 4, I think. It might have been Toy Story 3. Yeah, it was Toy Story 3. So Mr. Prickle Pants also is another plant that I don't have anymore. So the petunias and him, it was a little bit of a rough week for me because those guys I have had for a very long time and I care about them a lot. So that was a little bit rough, but again, it is what it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. Even with that, the plants this week are healthier than they were last week, which is incredible. Last week was really rough on everybody for some reason. But besides taking care of my plants today, I didn't really get up to anything because it is so darn cold outside. It's kind of ridiculous, and today was warmer than it's going to be here for a while. Tomorrow is going to be the warmest day that we're going to have in a long time. So I'm going to try and enjoy that, but today it was still super cold and windy. So yeah, I didn't really get up to much besides taking care of my plants and just all the normal daily things. So it was a very nice, or it is, I guess, a very nice calm day because as you can tell, it's early again. I'm already crocheting because it's been such a calm day and, you know, I just felt like crocheting a little bit. Oh, and I did crochet one round today, so I did do that. I just felt like it and I wanted to see what it would look like a little bit bigger. So yeah, I did crochet one more round. So by the end of this round that I do, it will have a total of 4 on here. And by the way, I do not think that how I started this project is the proper way of starting the blanket, but it is at least a way and it worked. So, you know, that's all that matters to me. Thinking about it and I was just like, this looks different than my other rectangle blankets that I have made, but I can't quite figure out why. And I think it's because I did it differently, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's not wrong, so it is a way that works, but I don't think it's the way that I'm used to starting the rectangles, but it definitely worked. So, you know, I'm not complaining about it. And also I am definitely not going to be using all of the gray yarn before I change the color because that is way too much. There would just be, this blanket would be absolutely huge if I were to use all of this yarn. So we are gonna have more of the temperature blanket yarn left over even after making this blanket, so I'm going to have to come up with something else to make. I don't know what it is yet. I'll probably make a pillow because I did say that and I think it would be kind of funny, but even then I think after that I will still have leftover yarn. Woo! Almost dropped the hook. So I don't know what I will make after that, but we will figure it out. Almost done with this round. I'm just doing the other side now and then I will get to the end where it connects and then I will show you what the whole thing looks like for today. I also need to start one group of 3 because I need to make sure that I won't go in the wrong direction when I pick it up next time, because I have done that before. So this is kind of my way of telling myself, hey, you need to go this way on these things, because I don't know how I've done it before and it messed me up completely and it was so annoying and I had to take like all of it apart. So I just make one little group of the 3 on the next round just to make sure that I'm not gonna mess the whole thing up again. That was one lesson that I only needed to learn once. But this is, oh my, it's a little bit difficult to show you. This is what the blanket looks like. So far, it's still tiny, but it's bigger than I thought it would be, honestly, at this point. It's going to be very rectangle shaped because of how many rounds, or how many stitches it is going across the long ways. But honestly, I think it's going to be really cool. But yeah, this is what the blanket looks like so far. It's really, really light. This yarn is so light. And as for tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? I don't think that much. I know getting ready for the snow that we're gonna get over the weekend. It's looking highly likely that it's gonna be at minimum 2 feet of snow. So yeah, it's gonna be a snowstorm. So we need to get ready for that tomorrow. But besides that, I don't know what else I'll be getting up to. But I don't know how much of that I'm gonna video. I will try and show you as much as I possibly can. I do need to get out to the maple tree and add another blanket or towel that I'm using as a blanket around the base of the little tree just to make sure that it'll be okay. But I don't know if I'll get that. I should probably get that tomorrow because it's going to be the warmest day. So yeah, I'll get the little maple tree tomorrow and just stuff like that, getting ready for the snowstorm, and obviously crocheting as well. But as for today's video, I hope you enjoyed it, and way more importantly, I hope you enjoy your day today no matter what you do. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you have a good day, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.